So in this video, we're going to be talking about why we do a full audit of your law firm's workflow first before implementing any automation systems into your workflow. If you don't know who I am, my name is Mula. I run Retric Solutions. We build and implement AI automation solutions that help you save time and increase the chances of you converting more leads into paying clients. So with that being said, let's hop into the video. So as you can see, today we're going to be talking about why we do a full audit of your law firm's workflow process before implementing any AI systems. So the reason why we do this is because we need to understand your current state first before implementing any automation solutions. When you go to a doctor, for example, right? Did they just hand you pills to take? No. Right? They ask you questions about your current state first, do the required examinations to better understand what's going on, then they give you a solution to solve the problem that you have. By doing a full audit first, we're able to deconstruct your entire workflow, find any bottlenecks to solve for, fix those problems by building the AI systems, then reconstruct your workflow back together, then add AI on top of it to improve the workflow efficiency. So if the problem in your workflow is contacting leads faster, we're now able to build an automation solution that's able to contact leads consistently, right? If it's getting more leads into the pipeline, then we could either refer you to our marketing experts in our networks who could help you solve that problem. Or if you are not running any ads or you don't know how to market yourself, then we could help you solve that problem by either introducing a third party or workshopping some solution, right? So that's why it's important to do our full audit first. We're able to understand where the real problems are at first, then build solutions or find solutions to solve those problems, and then add AI on top of it to help you work smoother, right? So identifying workflow problems. Let me try and paint a simplified picture of your current workflow from start to finish, right? So new leads come in from your marketing efforts, website forms, or referrals, right? Your staff now has to call every single lead, gather more information about the case, qualify them, schedule consultations with your lawyers, then the lawyer decides whether to take the case or not. If the case is selected, the lead is onboarded, your lawyers and staff start all the legal procedures, and after some time, the case comes to a close, you get paid, your client is happy, you get a photo with the client holding the settlement check if you are a personal injury lawyer, and then you get a Google review, the end. That's a simplified best case scenario overview of a client journey from start to finish. Throughout the client journey, there are many inefficiencies that become evident, right? You might not be able to get enough leads consistently, right? You may not be able to contact the leads fast enough. You may not be able to qualify the leads fast enough. Again, your intake specialist might be so overworked, stressed, and close to ending it all because they are bombarded with the amount of leads that they have to work through, right? Just because they have to call, qualify, and schedule all appointments with every single lead. Again, as humans, we only have 24 hours in a day. We get sick, tired, and require time off, will get burnt out, whatever. So an intake specialist can handle so much if you're getting consistent leads, if your marketing is working, if you're branding your law firm properly, then you're getting consistent leads. But there's some glass ceiling that you're going to hit by just leveraging one intake specialist, right? So you might not be nurturing leads and following up with them consistently. You might not be consistently reminding the leads who scheduled an appointment with your lawyers to show up on the appointment. You might not be converting the leads into paying clients consistently, etc. Right? So in just client acquisition alone, there are endless bottlenecks that might be stopping you from reaching your desired revenue goals. I didn't even mention the actual legal work or reputation management. Whether you want to hit 100K, 500K, 1 million, 5 million, or even $10 million plus per year, it will be very difficult if you don't solve any and all of these bottlenecks in your workflow process, right? It's in your best interest to identify the problems in your law firm's workflow first and then find solutions to said problems after. Because if you don't solve your problems now, by the time you're scaling, you're also scaling your problems as well. But if you fix the problems first when you're smaller, that way, once you're able to scale, you already solved those problems and they're not growing with you while your law firm is scaling. So it's a win-win situation for you, your clients, your staff, and whoever else is involved in your law firm, right? So Finding solutions to solve your workflow issues. Now, there's two ways you can go about solving your workflow inefficiencies, right? The first one is hire more staff. This is the old way. Let me explain. You technically can solve your law firm's workflow issues by hiring more people. More people equals more leads called back, more opportunities to try to schedule qualified appointments, more hands to follow up and nurture leads consistently, more consultations taken, etc. Right? From the outside, this might seem like it's a great solution, and to some extent it is. But, that's the key word, but it also brings up a new set of problems. By hiring more staff members, you now have more people to manage, more people to train on how you do things first, more people you have to pay, the more people who will get sick, the more people who will ask for more pay, the more people who will burn out, and you will need a bigger office. So as you can see, you technically solved your old problems, meaning calling every single lead that comes in, consistently following up with them, scheduling appointments, showing up to consultations, taking those consultations. You solved that problem, but now you have a new problem. You have to manage every single employee, pay them, make sure they're good, have a bigger office, or if they're working from home, you have to make sure they understand how to use the technology that you currently use in your law firm. You have to do all these different things. You have to become a manager now instead of just letting your business run itself. You have to work inside the business to make sure it's properly functioning. To be clear, I'm not saying treat your staff members terribly. I just want to make it clear to you that by choosing this route, you'll solve the problem momentarily, but you'll just be creating a bigger problem for yourself. But there's another way to do things that allow you to use leverage and keep your current staff members, right? So the other way is implementing AI systems in your workflow process, right? Let me explain. By leveraging AI systems in your workflow process, you're able to solve said problems that we discussed earlier and experience more benefits. So in just client acquisition alone, you're able to save so much time. Here's the first leverage solution. The first AI systems you can implement in your workflow is an AI voice assistant. This tool can be used to call all your leads within the first 5 minutes after they submit their information. We both understand that if you don't contact new leads within the first 5 minutes, you are less likely to convert them into paying clients because one, they'll either forget, or worst case scenario, they also reached out to your competitors and your competitor called them first. During the first contact, the AI voice assistant will qualify the lead based on your firm's specific way of doing things. So currently, you have a manual way of qualifying leads. So we're able to take that same process and add it into an AI voice assistant by using prompt engineering and all that stuff to, again, qualify leads over the phone using an AI voice assistant, right? So it's able to do that, collect the necessary case information. This information will be stored in your case CRM securely because you already invested in case management tools or CRM tools that you already are accustomed to. So we're not changing anything. We're just taking a voice assistant, collecting the necessary information, and then adding it or storing it into your current software that you currently use, right? And then it's able to schedule a consultation with your intake specialist, right? So instead of your intake specialist having to go over a list of leads that come through your pipeline, you're able to put an AI voice assistant before the intake specialist to do all the manual work, aka calling every single lead, qualifying them, scheduling an appointment, right? That way your intake specialist is only focused on a pool of qualified leads that are ready to be helped or transition into a paying client, right? So since the AI voice assistant collects some case information from the lead and stores it in your CRM along with the lead's contact info, your intake specialist is now able to review the information collected, prep even more questions to ask the lead in the appointment they scheduled. Now the intake specialist is coming into the consultation armed with a little bit more information about the lead. That way they can ask even more questions and get a better understanding on whether your firm can actually help this client or refer them to somebody else, or just close the file because your firm can't help this specific case. This way, you are helping your intake specialist save so much time. Again, I can't stress this enough. In just client acquisition, you're able to save so much time by taking them away from the mundane task of calling every single lead, qualifying them, collecting the necessary case info, and scheduling an appointment with your lawyers, etc. The AI voice assistant is able to do that for you, and then you leverage your current intake specialist to just be that human resource that confirms or moves the lead to the next step, right? Because you need both. I'm not saying fire all your intake specialists or any of your employees. I'm saying you could use human intelligence and artificial intelligence to help your law firm scale by working more efficiently, aka saving time, and increasing the chances of you converting more leads into paying clients. Because now the intake specialist is only focusing on the pool of qualified leads who are ready to transition into the next step, which is paying clients and onboarded and all that stuff. Now they have a better mental clarity, which leads to better performance because they only have to focus on a pool of qualified leads who are ready to turn into paying clients. The AI voice assistant is able to call, qualify, collect case information, and schedule qualified appointments for you consistently. That's the key word, consistently, because from January 1st all the way to December 31st, right? You're able to, one, leverage a system that continues to work whether your office is closed, whether it's Christmas, whether it's any other holiday. It's able to work 24/7 without taking any sick days, off days, or asking for more pay, right? Again, I'm not saying fire your employees. I'm saying you can help your current employees work much more efficiently. So here's the second leverage solution. Another AI system that you can leverage to help you solve your workflow problems is a lead nurturing and follow-up system, right? This system tracks which lead didn't answer the initial call it made and consistently follows up with them via text, email, and phone calls, right? Since they submitted their information willingly, they allowed you to contact them. The text sent to them will ask them to reply with the stop if they no longer want to be contacted, and then the lead will be marked lost in your CRM, right? So throughout my research, I found out that the bar is so low when it comes to following up with new leads, right? I've submitted my information to so many law firms and they only call me one time, right? They either call me one time or send me an email once or a text message once. So the bar is so low for you to enter the market and take up more market share because not many law firms are following up with new leads that didn't answer the initial call, right? So by leveraging an AI voice assistant plus a lead nurturing and follow-up system, you're able to, one, call the leads within the first 5 minutes after they submit their information, and two, if they don't answer the first call, you're able to consistently follow up with them. That way they remember that they submitted their information to your firm, then they schedule an appointment, then you have a higher chance of converting that lead into a paying client. So I hope you can see how AI systems and automation systems can help you bridge the gap going from cold lead all the way to paying client. Like I said, I've submitted my information to different law firms and it shocked me to find out how little they followed up with me. The bar is set so low, so by simply just following up with the leads consistently, you'll be able to increase the chances of getting more paying clients, right? Another AI systems that you can leverage in your law firm is an appointment reminder process, right? This is after they've scheduled an appointment with the intake specialist. That little gap is where this automation system takes place, right? So this system allows you to increase appointment show-up rates as the name suggests. Booking the appointment is just one step, but if they don't show up to the call, then you're back at square one. So that's why this automation systems helps you, one, increase your show-up rates. And by increasing your show-up rates, you increase your chances of converting more leads into paying clients because you have more leads showing up to the consultation. That way your intake specialist or whoever handles your sales calls is able to help the lead transition from a warm lead to a paying client. Things happen and people forget. So by leveraging an AI appointment reminder system, you give yourself a high chance of converting more leads into paying clients, like I said before. There are so many AI systems that you can implement into your law firm's workflow process that I won't cover in this video, but you get my point. From a cold lead all the way to a paying client, there's so many little bottlenecks that you need to solve for. That way you're bridging that gap and making it so efficient for you and your team and your clients to transition from a cold lead all the way to a paying client, because this is your desired goal. At my company, Retric Solutions, our goal isn't to have you fire all your employees. Our goal is to help you leverage both human and artificial intelligence to scale your law firm consistently, right? Because it's way better to go from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, right? Consistently, rather than just going from 0 to 100, then hitting a glass ceiling, then you come back to 0 or even -1, 2, 3, 4, right? So it's easier to, or it's much better from month one or January 1st to December 1st to grow your law firm by either 3% every single month, right? So it's a night and day difference, right? Obviously, in the short term, you want to go from 0 to 100, but on a long term scale, you're in this for the long run. And obviously, time horizon in a 1 year time horizon, right? If you just go on month one, you go 0 to 100, and month two, you go back to zero, then what was the point of that? Right? But if you could go from month one to month three, you grow by 2%, 3%. And then by the second quarter, you go from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7%, and over and over and over consistently. That's way better because by year two, you're way farther than where you are at year zero, right? I hope that makes sense. So compared to the first solution we talked about earlier, which was hiring more staff, leveraging AI and your current staff members is the better option, in my opinion. Your current staff members are there to make those key decisions that AI simply just can't do, and also represent the client in court, right? Because obviously we're not using AI in any legal work or anything. So our Regic Solutions, you are at the center of everything, right? You are the legal professional, right? You went to law school, you read all those books, you stayed up so late studying for those tests and the LSAT and whatever you went through to pass the bar and to get your license, right? So you are the legal professional. You do the legal work. We don't build any AI systems that interferes with any legal work. But outside of that, the business side of things, that's where we build the automation systems, from client acquisition all the way to reputation management. So getting Google reviews automatically. The key is to solve your workflow problems first and then add AI on top of it to make it more efficient. If the problems can't be solved using AI systems, i.e. getting leads in the first place, like marketing or whatever, then you need to find a solution to solve this problem first. Otherwise, the AI systems won't perform because you have nothing to feed it, right? Because the AI systems works best if you have consistent leads coming in first, right? If you don't have that, then the systems will work, but it won't perform as well as we want it to, because we want to make sure that you're getting the utmost better ROI of this investment that you're paying us to build these automation systems for you first, right? So everything I just told you to this point should help you make a decision on which option to pick. You can now go find ways to solve workflow problems yourself. It will take longer, but you'll eventually get there, right? So you could either, one, hire more staff and have to deal with managing more people, or you could just build the AI solutions yourself and, try to work out how to build them and build them out. And I give you some ideas like an AI voice assistant, lead follow-up systems, appointment reminder systems, and all that stuff. So you could build that by yourself and then leverage that into your firm to help you work more efficiently and save time, right? So disclaimer, AI is not a silver bullet. Again, I'll repeat that. AI is not your silver bullet. AI is a tool that you can use to help you reach your desired goal. If you don't have leads to fit the AI systems, then the AI systems won't perform because you have nothing to feed it, like I said before. There are so many factors that needs to be aligned in order to reach your desired goals, whether it's saving time or increasing revenue. There are multiple steps that need to be in place for you to experience the transformation. Just like a car, right? A car won't operate properly without fuel, wheels, brakes, and an engine. So why do you think AI alone can magically increase your law firm's revenue? I want you to break that frame of thinking that AI is what will help you reach 1 million, 5 million, or even $10 million per year in revenue, because it's not, right? Unless you solved everything else and you just need a system that will work automatically for you, then by not solving those other bottlenecks first, the AI systems is not your silver bullet, right? I'm just going to be honest with you. Even though I'm pro AI, I want you to pay me an exorbitant amount of money to build these automation systems. But as a Muslim, I can't lie to you, right? If you don't have those other bottlenecks solved first, then the AI systems won't perform, right? So things need to be aligned so that you can reach your desired goals, right? Number one, your marketing needs to be on point. You need leads in the first place. AI can't help you with getting leads, right? Your workflow process needs to be on point. This is where AI will help you save time and increase your team's efficiency, right? So right now, since you've been running your law firm for some time, you have some sort of system in place. Now, by hiring us or working with us or any other automation agency, you're able to do a law firm audit of your current systems first, and then identify the real problems, solve those real problems, then add AI on top of it to help you scale, right? So number three, your conversion rates needs to be high. If you can't help the leads become paying clients, then what's the point? If you can't convert the lead from warm leads to paying clients, then what's the point? You need to work on your conversion rates first before, or at least train your staff members, or if you're the one taking all the sales calls, you need to be able to convert the leads and help them transition into a paying client. Because if you can't do that, then again, you're not getting the utmost best ROI of your investments, right? And three, you need to retain staff members. If you can't retain staff members, who's going to do the legal work, right? Because again, we're not building any AI systems that does the legal work. We're working with you to do everything outside of legal work, the business side of things, right? Five, you need to deliver client results. If you can't help clients get their desired goals or at least something, then what's the point? Again, you've already been doing this, so you're all good with this. Number six, you need a good reputation, right? If you have a bad rep, it will be significantly harder to get new clients because the old clients are spreading negative word about you. If you want to speed things up so that you can save time, solve the many workflow problems in your current state, improve your team's efficiency, and increase your chances of converting more leads into paying clients, then I want to make you aware of a solution. Right? You can work with my company, Retric Solutions, and join our Synergy Suite program, right? The Synergy Suite program is a program where we build and implement a suite of AI systems you need to solve all your workflow issues, save time, and increase your chances of converting more leads into paying clients. So instead of you going out there and trying to build all these systems by yourself, you can just work with us to help you build these systems. And then that way you're saving your time and those moments of headaches trying to figure out where the automation is not working, all the little problems that you need to solve to make sure that the AI systems is working. Here are the pros and cons of joining Synergy Suite. Here are the cons. One, it's a very expensive initial investment, right? So at least when working with us, expect to spend an exorbitant amount of money to have us build and implement these AI systems into your workflow process, right? Number two, longer development time depending on your current state. Depending on your current state, it might take longer to implement the AI infrastructures into your firm and make sure they're working properly. Estimated build time is within 3 to 4 month build time. Three, heavy involvement from you at the beginning. When you work with us, expect to be involved in the beginning stages. This is a partnership, so it's in our best interest to work together during the audit stage to identify any and all problems in your workflow, right? Your involvement at the beginning will help a lot because you understand your current state better than anyone else. So those are the cons. Here's the pros. Again, expensive initial investment, right? Let me explain. So since you're investing an exorbitant amount of money, you can now trust that we'll build and implement AI systems that will perform. The potential value you'll be able to create after leveraging the AI systems we build for you is greater than your initial investment. Number two, you actually use the AI systems we build for you, right? I used to work at Planet Fitness, and it's crazy to see how many people never used their membership but continued to pay for it because it was either $10 or $24 a month. The reason why is because $10 to $25 is money that they can afford to waste. But since you're spending thousands of dollars, you are now motivated to use the systems. Unless you are like some sort of billionaire or something. But if you're paying us thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, one, you actually pay attention, and two, you actually use the systems. Because if you don't use the systems, then you will essentially just be losing that amount of money that you paid us, right? We delivered the AI systems and they work. It's up to you to use it. But if you don't use it, you're going to lose that money. So the second pro is longer development time depending on your current state. The reason why I think this is a benefit is because you now know and trust that the AI systems are built properly, right? Tesla makes a lot of cars fast, But I'm sure you've seen online many people complain about their build quality. I just want to paint a picture in your head. Obviously, Tesla is a billion-dollar company, whatever. But essentially, they produce cars a lot and faster, right? But if you go online and look at Tesla build qualities, you'll see so many videos of people complaining about the quality of the cars that they build. Right? Again, this is a just general example on what to build for you. I'm not saying Tesla is a bad company or anything, but it's just what I've seen online about their cars. Depending on your workflow's current state, the build time can be 1 month or worst case 4 months. Obviously, after each system is built, we'll implement it right away so that you can start experiencing the benefits as soon as possible. After everything is built and implemented, it's done. It will take longer to build depending on your current workflow process, but that's because we're taking the time to test the systems, make sure they're actually working and performing. That way, when we implement every single system, let's say, for example, an AI chatbot on your website, we'll test it out first, make sure it works properly, and then incorporate your law firm's database and whatever into the chatbot, and then continue testing it, and then let you test it yourself. And then by you approving it, we're able to launch it on your website. That way, the website traffic that comes into your law firm's website are able to interact with the chatbot and speed up the process of them turning from a stranger all the way to a cold lead, then a warm lead, then a paying client. The third pro is heavy involvement from you at the beginning. Being involved, you make sure that it's exactly what you paid for. The initial involvement at the beginning will set the foundation of how the AI systems will perform. You understand your current systems better than anyone else. So by doing a walkthrough of your whole law firm workflow process together, you're able to point out different areas you would need to fix. That way we're working on the right problems. So with your involvement, we're able to, one, identify the problems and focus on the right problems to solve first, and then build systems to solve those problems. Once the walkthrough audit is complete, your involvement in the project is minimal. We'll still update you on what's going on, but you won't be required to do much work anymore. Obviously, we'll have you in our Slack channel or communication platforms updating you every single week on what we're working on, what systems are being built, what systems are already built and tested and are ready for implementation and all that stuff, right? So going from A to Z, your involvement will be A, B, C, D. After D, your involvement is minimal. Obviously, you still want to know what's going on, but essentially all you have to do now is focus on your clients and your current legal work that you have to do to represent your current clients and future clients that the AI systems were able to generate for you. So here's a bonus. Our strong suit is building and implementing AI systems into your workflow process, right? Some problems can't be solved using AI. So for those problems, i.e. marketing, getting leads consistently, finding experienced staff members, etc., we can connect you with trusted experts in our network to help you solve these issues. I've been able to connect with so many different experts by attending different law firm workshops, Clio events, masterminds who specifically work with law firms. So you're able to at least get your foot into the door, or at least I'll introduce you, and then you'll make the decision on whether to, hire this expert to help you with marketing, staffing, whatever, right? But it's way better to have a pool of experts that you could try to source help from rather than just scattering across the whole internet trying to find trusted experts. Obviously, you will make the final decision on whether to work with them or not, but at least you have a place to start. So I hope now you understand why it's important that we do a full audit of your law firm's workflow before implementing any AI solutions, why AI is the best option you can leverage to solve your law firm's workflow problems, and how you can speed up the time it will take you to reach your desired state. So with that being said, I hope you learned a thing or two, and if you did, make sure you let me know in the comment section down below, or if you have any questions, or if you want me to cover a different topic, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll try my best to make a video specifically for that. And with that being said, I look forward to seeing you on the next one.